So what is the dark night of the soul, and will it mess me up forever? Well, I've had probably about 3 dark nights of the soul, and I'm still here, I'm still alive. What is the dark night of the soul? It's a time where it feels like your identity is collapsing, like dark clouds are surrounding you, horrible feelings in your body, so many negative thoughts, seemingly impossible to think positive thoughts. And for me, 2 of them manifested in pretty unglamorous ways, in the sense that they were after breakups. You know, relationships are something that you invest so much time and energy into building something, to building this shared vision, and the ripping apart of your entangled identities or the hopes that you had for this vision can be very painful for the ego. And another one came after a psychedelic experience. And so the dark night of the soul is something that once you're in it, when you're in it, it seems like it's going to last forever. It seems like you don't know who you are anymore. It seems like you might actually have physical pain in your body from this suffering. And yet there's an opportunity there. And there might even be the instinct that there's an opportunity there. Because as this identity collapses, as you look into your future and just see an abyss, there is a kind of disidentification that has to happen from that story. And when you disidentify from that story, you come into presence. You can see life happening, and your attention isn't just constantly contracted down onto this separate sense of self in the mind. You've been using that to try and create this vision or this outcome or something, and then maybe you got too attached to it and the thing fell apart, whether it be a career or a business or a job or a relationship, or perhaps someone dies. The dark night of the soul can often follow loss. And it's that investment into that story, that investment into that side of the duality, then you get shown the other side. And that can be the call to awakening. That can be the call to spiritual liberation. And you can have a few levels of this. People act like it's a one and done deal. It's not. There is a few levels of this. You're waking up more and more to who you truly are, seeing your unconscious patterns more and more, where you've invested you've worshipped the false idols. You've invested your attachment to some particular external thing, and it's what we get taught to do. It's our conditioning, it's our society. Find happiness in those external things. Make the external some particular way, and then you'll be able to experience the joy and the happiness. This is what we get taught, and it's dysfunctional at its core. So this dark night of the soul is a calling back to who you truly are. And who you truly are is not the character in the story, but the awareness in which those thoughts, which is what the character's made out of, arise. Can you see it? If you just stay internally still, if you're just willing to look through the illusion, it's an imagined sense of self. That's suffering. That's where the suffering is. When you come into presence, there might be discomfort in the body, there might be pain, but it's a peace that surrounds that pain, that you know that you are. So it's coming into contact with the formless. It's knowing yourself as deeper than what you think about yourself. It's coming into presence. Use the dark night of the soul for your liberation. Use the dark night of the soul. by knowing that there will be light at the end of the tunnel. Trust me, there is light at the end of the tunnel. It may seem like there isn't. But eventually you emerge. And the challenges are there because life is supporting you. The challenges are there because life is saying, time to awaken. Time to come back to who you truly are. Time to recognize that there is peace and joy within just being, without having to be any particular thing. Those external things will never make you permanently happy because they're based in the world of form, and form by its very nature is transient. So depending on form, whether that be this sense of self in the mind or an external set of appearances, is a trap. There is joy in just not needing anything to be different, in loving what is. Am I perfect at this? No, sometimes I get caught up in it a little bit, but then you zoom back out, and that's the gradual awakening that happens. It's not a one and done deal for so many people. It doesn't have to be. It's a gradual zooming out from your attention being constantly contracted down onto a sense of self in the mind that tells a story about who you are, and it's heavy and you got to carry it around, and in the dark night of the soul it's the heaviest thing ever because everything's collapsed, you know. It's a beautiful dog just ran past. Anyway, if you want help going deeper and you are interested in one-to-one coaching inquiries, go to speaktoalex.com and fill in information about your goals and your challenges. Please fill in the form with some good detail, which allows me to really see what's going on for you and approach the call with good energy. Hope you enjoy this video. Hope this helped. Peace.